So you're prepping for the CAT, and let's be honest, that quantitative aptitude section can feel like a huge mountain to climb. But what if you had a clear map, a proven path right to the summit? Well, today, that's exactly what we're building. Your ultimate prep strategy to absolutely conquer CAT Quant. Welcome to EduRev. We're here to help you ace the CAT. So let's dive right in. If you've ever looked at that massive quant syllabus and just felt completely overwhelmed, trust me, you are not alone. It's a super common hurdle, but today we are going to clear it together. We're going to take all that anxiety and flip the script. We're going to turn it into a concrete step by step action plan that'll give you the confidence and, more importantly, the clarity you need to nail this thing. So here's our 5-step game plan. First, we're going to crack the quant code. Then, we'll focus on building a rock-solid foundation. After that, it's all about practice, practice, practice. Then, the secret sauce, analyzing and refining. And finally, we'll get you ready for the big day by simulating the exam. It's the whole journey from day one to peak performance. All right, first things first, we have to crack the quant code. You can't win the game if you don't know the rules, right? So this section is all about understanding the actual blueprint for success. And take a look at this. This right here is our roadmap. It lays out the entire strategy, a super clear path from just understanding the basics all the way to acing your mock tests. Let's walk through it. So what are we really up against? You're looking at about 22 questions and you've got 40 minutes. But here's a key detail you've got to know. Now think of these as freebies because there's no negative marking. And notice that last point, a heavy emphasis on arithmetic. That's our first big clue about where we should focus our energy. Okay, let's move on to our second section and see how this all connects. Building your foundation. This is where we stop just looking at the exam from the outside and really start mastering the core concepts you'll need to beat it. The name of the game here is smart prioritization. Arithmetic is king. You can see it right there. It makes up a huge chunk of the questions. Algebra's a really close second. By focusing your energy here first, you're not just building a strong base. You're literally playing the odds in your favor. So how do you actually tackle all these topics? Well, you use a strategy that pretty much all the toppers swear by. LPA, learn, practice, and analyze. It's the simple but incredibly powerful 3-step cycle. First, you learn the concepts. Then, you practice them. And finally, and this is crucial, you analyze your performance to see where you can get better. This little cycle is the engine of your entire prep. During the learn phase, you have to start with the absolute fundamentals. And honestly, a great way to do that is with visual tools, just like this mind map. Look how it breaks down a basic concept like types of numbers. It's so much easier to digest and revise than a wall of text. It's just clear, organized knowledge. Now let's jump to a core arithmetic topic, percentages. See how the same idea works? This mind map simplifies everything. You've got your core definitions, your shortcut formulas, all the key info is laid out visually. This is exactly how you make these complex topics actually stick in your brain. And this works for every single topic. Here's one for geometry, breaking down triangles. From the basic properties to the more complex theorems, it's all right there. Using these kinds of visual tools from EduRev for that learn phase is how you make sure you build a truly solid foundation across the whole syllabus. Okay, foundation built. Awesome. Now for section 3. Practice makes perfect. This is where we bridge that gap between knowing the theory and actually being able to use it when the clock is ticking. Now, the key to really effective practice is having a structure. So we follow this phased approach. We've already covered step 1, mastering the fundamentals. Now you move on to extensive practice with topic-wise tests before you finally graduate to the full-length mocks. It's a gradual, totally logical progression. So why start with topic-wise tests? Well, it's simple. They let you zoom in and focus on one single area at a time, like algebra or geometry, and really build mastery there before you try to mix it all together. This builds both your skill and, just as importantly, your confidence. Alright, now for what I think is the most important part of that whole LPA strategy. Analyze and refine. Look, practice without analysis is just repetition. This step right here is how we turn those weaknesses into your biggest strengths. This is where you get a real edge. After every single test you take on EduRev, you get this incredibly detailed analysis that shows you why you got something wrong. Are you spending way too much time on hard questions, making silly mistakes on the easy ones? This data gives you a crystal clear path to improvement. Okay, we're in the home stretch now, the final phase of our preparation. Section 5, Simulating Exam Day. It's time to put everything we've done together and build the mental stamina and the right strategy for the actual test. So what's the magic number? According to CAT toppers, the people who've actually aced this thing, it's this. Taking 20 to 30 full-length mock tests is what builds that mental endurance and familiarity you need to stay calm and perform at your absolute peak on exam day. But it's not just about taking a bunch of mocks. It's about having a strategy when you do. Here's a proven one, the 2-round approach. In round 1, you sweep through and solve all the questions you find easy or familiar. Lock in those points. Then, in round 2, you use your remaining time to go back and tackle the trickier ones. This is how you optimize every single minute you have. So there you have it. That's your complete plan. Let's just run through it one last time real quick. First, understand the pattern. Second, build that strong foundation. Third, practice with topic-wise tests. Fourth, analyze your performance. And fifth, simulate exam day with tons of mock tests. That is your roadmap to success. And you know what the best part is? Everything we've talked about today, from those foundational notes and mind maps to the topic-wise tests, the full mock series, and that powerful performance analysis, it's all available right inside the EduRev app. Your entire quant prep, the whole shebang, all in one place. So the only question left is, are you ready to put this plan into action? Start your journey to mastering CAT Quant today. Go ahead and download the EduRev app from the Play Store and the iOS App Store to get started.